Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beat the Book. I am your boy BigAL Bettor, joined as always by my wonderful co-host, Big MattyBets. Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm ready for, Monday Night Football, doubleheader. I'm stoked. I couldn't be more excited.
Absolutely. YouTube, welcome back to the show. As you guys know, for primetime games, we go through it. Luckily, we have a doubleheader this time. We go through, we give you guys our lean on the over/under and the spread. We give you guys a 4-pick parlay. We each make our own. And then we also give you the touchdown score leans we have. We also have a head-to-head situation where we pick the over/under or the spread. We each pick our own. Throw them in there, and we're tracking that throughout the whole season just to see who's kind of got the edge on what they're seeing and who's seeing the board a little bit better. So, without further ado, Matt, we're going to jump into our leans for this game. We've got the Bengals taking on the Commanders. The spread is 7. The Bengals are favored. The over/under set at 46.5. How do you see this one kind of playing out?
Um, I think the Bengals win this game, right? They're at home. Commanders aren't as good as I kind of thought they would be with Jaden Daniels. Like, obviously,
Okay.
Jaden Daniels is the runner that I thought he was, but I thought that the Commanders' offense would look a little bit better. So I think that the Bengals take this win, but I like the Commanders to keep it close. And over here, if you guys don't know, if this is your first time tuning in, Big Al over there, he's on DraftKings, and I'm over here on FanDuel. So we do sometimes get different lines, and this is one of those games where we do have different lines. So for
Mm,
me, I really like the Commanders here because I'm getting a touchdown. I'm getting plus 7.5. So I'm getting more than a
mm,
touchdown.
okay.
So I do like the Commanders there to maybe lose by 7, but I still
Okay.
win. And then over under set of 46.5. I like the over, but I feel
Okay.
like the only thing that I've ever liked on this show this year is the over. I don't think I've gone on
Okay.
the under. It scares me to go under, uh, but I like the under in this game.
Really?
It's at 46.5. I like the number. Uh, we saw the Bengals play really good last week, right? And it's like, oh, maybe the
Yes.
Bengals are back. Like, they played against the Chiefs. You have to show up when you play against the Chiefs. I think it was a fluke. Give me the Bengals that played against the Patriots and looked terrible. Give me that again. Give me
Okay.
the Commanders to keep it close. The whole entire game is going to be a low scoring game, in my opinion. Give me the under 46.5. That's where I'm leaning, at least.
Okay. Okay.
What's
Uh,
a Mr.
yeah, I'm on
Mr.
the other.
Resident, like, second favorite team is the Bengals or whatever? Yeah.
Hey, it gets a little cold sometimes because Joey Burr is out here doing his thing. Yeah, I'm definitely on the other side. I've got the Bengals minus the 7 points. I think this is gonna be a statement game for the Bengals. They're gonna come out win this thing by 10 or 14 points. I'm also on the over. I just think they're gonna go scorched earth and score a ton of points. I think the Bengals are probably gonna score over 30 points.
Okay.
And then the Commanders just have to try to keep up, and they're able to score. I'm not saying that the Bengals defense is anything to write home about. They're good, but not great. So the Commanders are going to be able to score some points. So I'm on the over and I'm on the minus 7
Okay.
with the Bengals.
Okay. Well, without further ado, let's jump into our head-to-head picks.
Absolutely, and I'm just gonna ride with the Bengals. I feel super good about them to win by 7. I literally don't have much of a doubt in my mind the Bengals are gonna come out here and just destroy the Commanders. They're gonna tear them apart.
Okay. Well, I will join you on that. I'm going to go with Commanders, and we'll play your book for the head-to-head.
No, no,
So
no,
we'll
no, no,
just
no. We play the
we can keep
best.
it
We
at
play the
it.
best available odds. So if you've got a 7.5, you're getting a 7.5. So we can
Okay.
push here. We can
Okay.
both get a win. You
Well,
can
I
take the
can win
seven.
if it's 7
Bengals.
points. I win. You
But
push.
I will also I push. Okay, yeah, you're right, you're
Yeah.
right, you're right. But it's
So
not.
let's.
But it's not good. But it's not gonna be.
Okay. Yeah. So
So
I got the Commanders at plus 7.5, and you got the Bengals at minus 7.
correct.
Okay. Perfect. I like that a lot. And then yeah, you're on the over. I'm on the under. Just for that,
Yep.
we're not taking that as the
Yep.
best bet, but that's why we see the game going. Cool.
Right.
Next, you want to jump into our 4 pick parlays of the week, or I guess at the
Oh, I
beginning.
do. I do. If you guys have been tuning in, you guys know that I've hit 2 of these across the season. We're at the end of week 3, so I hit one in week 1. I hit one in week 2. I've yet to hit one this week. Um, at the time of filming, we've got Sunday Night Football coming up, so maybe we hit it. For mine, Matt's hit none. By the way, I just wanted to throw that one out there
There
for
we
the
go. Yeah,
people.
that was nice. Like you could have just waited. Like you could have said it
Just
when you were saying everything else, but you're just like, oh
listen.
no, I'm gonna wait until the end until there's
They
nobody
call that a
talking, and then just boom.
they call that a dramatic pause in the business.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got Joe Burrow to throw 2 touchdowns. I've got Brian Robinson to get 100 plus rushing and receiving. I've got Jaden Daniels to rush for 40 plus, and I've got Jamar Chase to get 60 plus receiving yards, and that
Okay.
plays out plus 1,000.
You get a plus 1,000 on that. I don't mind that. I will say, like, we've kind of struggled a little bit when it comes to a quarterback throwing for 2 touchdowns.
Okay, sure.
We
Sam
kind of have
Darnold
with
got it easy.
these, yeah, but I mean, we've had a couple where we're like, okay, he's gonna throw 2, and then we have the running backs, they run in 3 or something like that. So that's the only one that worries me about those 4 picks that you have there. But I do like the plus 1,000. I'll possibly throw half a unit on that as well.
Sure,
I do like it,
sure.
and I'll copy that off of you. I'll jump into mine. I got Joe Burrow to throw over 261.5 yards.
Good grief.
Like I said, I like it to be a low scoring game in the under. I'd like them to have to settle for field goals, but I like Joe Burrow having to throw it down the field.
How many yards?
261 is what his line's
Okay.
at, and we're just doing over the line.
Okay. Yep.
And then we got Zach
Okay.
Ertz over 25.5 yards receiving.
Zach Ertz.
Mm-hmm. And that's at
Wow. Okay.
minus 113, just like Joe Burrow, because you're just taking him at his line.
You said
Next,
25 plus.
yeah, just 26 yards for good old
Okay.
Zach Ertz. We can
It's a
do
nice
that.
big run. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Next, we got Zach Moss over 50.5 rushing yards.
50 and a half.
Yep, that's also his line too. I'm trying to
Okay.
beat the book
I
at their
don't.
own game.
That's a nice line. I think.
I like the 50.5 for Zach Moss.
I don't mind that. Yeah,
Yeah,
especially if the Bengals get a lead early and just
yep,
want to run the rock.
exactly. And then as always, we're
Okay.
throwing in an anytime touchdown, and we're doing Jamar Chase anytime touchdown at plus 105. Total for that's 1141.
This is why Matt's been getting screwed on his parlays because he throws in these anytime
Partly,
touchdowns.
partly. I've hit on a
And
couple of them.
when you hit one and it has an anytime touchdown score in it, then I won't say that anymore. But
And it's going to
until
be
you hit one,
juice because of it.
you're screwed because of the touchdown scores. But okay, what are the odds on this thing?
1141.
Okay,
Yeah,
respectable.
so
Respectable.
little 1100 little parlay right there.
It's kind of right in the wheelhouse we like to be in. You know, a little over because we like to minimum 500, all the way up to we try to max at 2,000.
Yeah, one of these days I will
Yep.
be taking like a plus 550, just to make sure that I can hit it. If I
Just to
haven't
hit
hit
one,
one,
for sure.
yeah, if I haven't hit
Right.
one by week 6, then yeah, we'll start being like, okay, we're just gonna take the for sure things and just see how that plays
It
out.
won't be week 6; it'll be week 16. But yeah, we get what you're saying.
Next, let's jump into our touchdown scores. We always give you guys a couple touchdown scores. We think that
Yes,
they're
we
fun.
do.
We like playing them. They usually give you pretty decent odds depending on who you're taking. I'll start with my first one. It's Zach Moss. He's at
Okay.
minus 165. He's the favorite for the game. Minus 165. It's just I like Zach Moss a lot. He played for the Colts last year, which is my team. He was really good, really explosive, and he's kind of fit right in with the Bengals. But yeah, so I see him getting the end zone there.
Okay.
Next, we got Jaden Daniels at plus 135. I think the Commanders are going to struggle a little bit to throw the ball around, and I think Jaden Daniels is just going to do it himself. Next, we got Mike Gesicki, tight end. He's at plus 270. Plus 270.
Yeah.
I love Gesicki. I loved him when he played for the Dolphins. I think
He's
it's
a Bengal,
just
right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a touchdown week 1.
Yeah, I think I just like his name. I think I'm just in love with his name. It's fun to say. Last but not least, we took him in the parlay. We're not going Jamar Chase, though, as you guys might be thinking. We're doing Zach Ertz as my reach of the game, and he's at plus 410.
Plus 410, holy.
Yeah, well, we took him for over 25.5 receiving yards, so I like one of those to be a touchdown. I like him to be really involved early, and then give him a touchdown, too.
Okay.
And all of these guys will get touchdowns, and then we just have field goals, and we're still hitting the under 46.5.
That's true. That can happen. That can happen.
Yeah. How about you? What are you looking at over there?
Okay, so I've got Jamar Chase for a touchdown at plus 125 on DraftKings. I have Brian Robinson for a touchdown at plus 165 on DraftKings. He's been one of the most active players in that offense. And then I have Jaden Daniels at plus 130 to run a touchdown in as well.
Okay, so you got them both. You got both the runners for the team.
Well, I mean, Jaden Daniels has proven that he's a good runner. Week 1, he had 2 rushing touchdowns. Last week he had nothing.
Yeah,
So we'll see. I'm guessing he's gonna want to run the rock a little bit more this week. He likes to make that part of his game. So um, yeah, I could see him. I could see him. Little play action, run one in, or a little hand off, and then he a QB keeper and just takes that thing off the other side and rushes in. He's a fast guy. So
yeah, I like that too. I like him a lot. That's why he's on mine too. So I didn't think that
right.
you were gonna have both though for Washington. That's kind of weird, but Mr. Joe Burrow fan over there.
Well, like, what do you want me to do? Take Joe Burrow to run one in?
Yeah, I
Like,
guess that's not happening.
and I just don't. I'm not going to bet on Higgins in his first game back.
Yeah,
I
I
think
didn't
Chase
either. I didn't either.
defender
Like
on his
we
first game
both kept him
back.
out of the. Yeah,
And
we kept him
I
out.
like Zach Moss. I like Zach Moss, but I'm not going to bet on him until I see a little more consistency from the run game from them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's something that the Bengals have struggled with. That's why they got rid of Mixon, just because they like to throw the ball a lot more. And when
Well,
you
they
have
didn't
somebody
want to
like
pay
Joe
Nick.
Burrow, well, that too. But I mean, you
So
pay guys that you like and that you want to keep. That's a
yeah,
known fact. And if they're good enough to keep, and they didn't think that Mixon was, because the way that they attack the football field and the opponents is through the air, because they have Joe Burrow. So I mean, it
can you
works.
blame him?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you blame
But yeah, other than that, that's all we got for this game. I mean, we already did, Jacksonville and Bills. I mean, that's going to be hopefully a really good game. Hopefully, we get another game, a really good game followed up by this one. And
him?
yeah, let's hit a 4-pick parlay, and then we don't have to keep saying that I haven't hit one.
I hope you hit one finally. It's kind of lonely up here, just being
Yeah,
the only one on the channel with
that's
good
what they say.
viewers.
It's lonely at the top,
It is too.
but
It's cold up here.
we'll get there
It's
though.
kind of
We'll catch up.
kind of chilly, kind of
Yeah,
chilly.
okay. But other than that, that's all that we got for you guys today. Thanks again for watching the video, and stay tuned for our recap video. We got our Sunday coming out pretty soon, a couple days for next week, for week 4. We got
Yep,
Thursday. I mean, we got a lot more content coming your guys' way. So thanks again for
absolutely.
joining. Stay tuned in, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.